Hey folks, once again we're here with Derek Gilbert, and I have got a question from many of you in regards to the Nephilim, and in fact the sons of God coming down from heaven and taking the daughters of men. And the big question I've gotten in email is that word take or took. Are we seeing a violent action? Did these women go voluntarily? What is your opinion on this? What's
Well, it's and I'll confess I'm not a scholar of the language here, so I don't I can't speak to it from that perspective. So
Yeah.
I'm just trying to analyze it from the consequences of what
Yeah,
happened
yeah.
afterward. It would seem that the punishment that God brought upon the earth was a bit harsh if the women had been taken against their will, and if the men who would have been called upon to defend them had tried to defend them in vain. God, it seems, would not have punished the earth as a whole if it was just an involuntary act, if they had been forced to comply. In the same sense, we get sometimes the question of, what happens if I'm in a coma and somebody puts a chip in me that turns out to be the mark of the beast? Will I be damned? Well, no, you've got to make a conscious decision for the enemy. I think the same holds true in the Genesis 6 paradigm. And I think that's why, and I'll refer again to Dr. Michael Heiser's new book, Reversing Herman, why Jesus came to earth to reverse the consequences of the sin that the Watchers committed on Mount Hermon. It was not just the creation of the Nephilim and the violence and bloodshed that they brought to the earth, but it was the other forbidden knowledge that they brought to the earth, like sorcery, witchcraft, necromancy, enchantments, making how to make implements of war and making war, things that we didn't know beforehand, but were part and parcel of the Watchers' intrusion on the planet. My research shows that there was one people group in particular, the Amorites, who for a period about from the time Abraham was called to about the time of the Exodus, controlled everything in the ancient Near East, from Egypt through what is today Israel, Jordan, Lebanon, Syria, Iraq. They controlled all of the political machinery during that period, and it appears, based on tablets, texts that have been deciphered just within the last 30, 35 years, that the kings, the royal houses of the Amorites, believed that they were literally descended from the Titans, the Watchers.
Wow.
There was a funerary ritual. They called it a funerary text. It's actually a coronation text, a ritual that was performed when the new king, the last king of Ugarit, which was a city-state in Syria, bordered on about the time of the Judges, where they were literally summoning the Rephaim, summoning the spirits of the Rephaim, summoning something called the Council of the Datanu. Well, Datanu is just the root word from which the Greeks got the name Titans.
wow?
So they were summoning the Titans, the angels who were sent down to Tartarus. Those are the Watchers. They were summoning the spirits of these dead kings of old, the Rephaim, the Nephilim, and their parents, the Watchers, to bless the new king. So I would say that there was a willing collaboration. We see another hint of this in the story of Sodom and Gomorrah. When the angels appeared at Sodom, the men of Sodom were all about trying to have their way with these men. And I don't think it was just because they were travelers. I think it's because they recognized divinity, that these were supernatural beings, and hey, we can get some power if we can somehow commit this act with these angels. Now, I don't know that for a fact. I'm speculating. But I would say the answer to the question is, I think the wives went willingly because of the secret knowledge that was passed along. It was an exchange, a quid pro quo.
Interesting. Well, thank you so much, Derek. I appreciate it. This is Ray Gano here, and we're here at the Watchman, and we are having an absolutely insane, great time, and just incredible session. So thanks again, Derek.
Thank you.